Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives. And in this video, I want to talk about how LeBron James gives his teammates blame and Michael Jordan gave his teammates a role. And we're going to talk about the dynamic there and how important that was, that dynamic, guys, and how that really affected their team's overall success and the consistency of their teams respectively, guys. Remember, LeBron James gave his teammates blame and Michael Jordan gave them a role, man. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, man. Shout out to all you guys, everybody out there in Japan, Canada, Mexico, Croatia, Belgium, France, England, the Netherlands, everybody in Spain, Italy, South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, man, New Zealand, Australia. Shout out to all you guys, Uzbekistan. Shout out to everybody out there been supporting my channel. Thank you very much, guys. I am truly humble. Shout out to everybody in Sierra Leone, man. Shout out to everybody in the States, man. New York, LA, DC, Chicago, North Carolina, South Carolina, Massachusetts, Florida, Texas. Shout out to everybody in California, man. Shout out to everybody, man, all across the states, man. Thank you very much, guys. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to talk about Michael Jordan and LeBron James and this dynamic and how they interact with their teammates. The dynamic between them and their teammates, on their teams, the coaches, all this stuff, guys. Because I've told you guys on this channel, we know, we've been educating people that LeBron James does not make his teammates better. He does not make them better. Right? They might be better with LeBron James, but they're not be better because of LeBron James. Right? I've told you guys, Michael Jordan might have been better with Scottie Pippen. He wasn't better because of Scottie Pippen. Okay, guys? But Scottie Pippen was better with Michael Jordan, and he was better because of Michael Jordan. And why was he better because of Michael Jordan? Not because they were on the court together and Michael Jordan allowed Scottie Pippen to get open shots. Yes, that may have been true. But the reason why Scottie Pippen was better because of Michael Jordan was because of how they approached, or how Michael Jordan approached practice and how he approached his teammates, the standard that he upheld, guys. I've always told you guys this. You guys know that. But when we think about the dynamic and we talk about LeBron James gave his teammates blame and Michael Jordan gave them a role, these are the facts, guys. These are completely two different dynamics, completely two different mentalities, two ways of thinking. And if you guys have noticed, the results are different. Two completely different results. Michael Jordan is literally 6-0 with 2 3-peats. That never gets mentioned anymore. I'm going to do a video on that thing. 2 3-peats, 6-0. And LeBron James is literally 4-6, where he's been swept multiple times in the finals. He's been gentleman swept in the finals multiple times, and he's blown multiple 2-1 leads in the finals, guys. Think about that. 2 sweeps, 2 gentleman sweeps, and 2 blown 2-1 leads, guys. Those are the facts in LeBron James' basketball career. And a lot of this has to do with the inconsistent play of LeBron James himself, but also of his teammates and his overall team. The inconsistency of them from year to year. And why is he inconsistent, guys? Well, one of the main reasons is why they are inconsistent is because of all the free agents that LeBron James always needs. So if your team is always trading guys in the offseason or making these deadline deals at the trading deadline, bringing in this guy, trading that guy, signing this guy, getting rid of that guy, then how can you be consistent, right? That's literally pales in the face of consistency. You cannot be consistent when you're always making changes. Changing your roster, changing the coaches, changing the guy, whatever the case may be. There is no consistency. One of the keys to the Chicago Bulls' success of the 90s, guys, was the consistency. So we think about the first 3-peat. You had guys like Bill Cartwright, Horace Grant, B.J. Armstrong, John Paxson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. That is the core of your team. And they stayed together for multiple seasons, developing that chemistry, that consistency. So every year you saw the ascension. They were always going up, not up and down, up and down, up and down, like a LeBron James team, where one year they're winning this many games, then they have a complete fall off, right? Then they trade a bunch of guys, they fall off a little bit more, then they come up, then they're down. That's inconsistency, guys. So the core of Michael Jordan's team was able to stay consistent, stay together. Michael Jordan wasn't crying to the management about trading this guy. Yo, we got to trade Scottie Pippen, man. The migraine. I can't play with this guy. It's too soft. Yo, who's this guy Horace Grant? We got to trade him. Who's B.J. Armstrong? He didn't complain about, yo, who's this guy Paxson? He's a slow another white guy, and you got me playing in the backcourt with this guy. No. He was coachable, and he dealt with the hand he was dealt. Or he played the hand he was dealt. And he continued to push those guys in practice. So Michael Jordan gave his teammates a role, and he allowed them to excel and be successful in those roles. So when we think about the triangle offense coming in, would we not think that LeBron James would allow that to happen? He never has. He's never allowed a coach to come in and implement a system. David Blatt tried to do that with the Princeton offense, I believe, with the 2015 Cavs. And what happened? The very next season, LeBron James had him removed halfway through the season. LeBron James doesn't want to play in an actual system. He doesn't want to sacrifice for his teammates so that they can have a role and be successful, right? So they can get some shine so that they can be consistent. LeBron James would rather sacrifice wins for stats. Remember that. Michael Jordan sacrificed stats for winning. A lot of great players sacrifice stats for winning. Most great players sacrifice the numbers, the stats to win. They're not concerned about that. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, you know, these guys, Tim Duncan, they're not concerned about the stats. They're out there chasing the winning, right? Chasing greatness, being consistent that way. That's Michael Jordan. So his teammates were allowed to have that role. John Paxson could have his role in the triangle, right? So he could bring the ball up and not have to worry about Michael Jordan being like, yo, man, let me bring the ball, man. Let me dribble it up. Let me do this. Let me do that. Paxson could do that. Once again, Scottie Pippen could bring the ball up, and they could set the offense up and run through the offense. I told you guys, if you watch the games, Michael Jordan rarely deviated from the offense. He stayed in the triangle. Like, people act like Michael Jordan out there chucking up shots. He was not. Michael Jordan was under control more often than not. He took good shots more often than not. He took shots within the flow of the offense more often than not. This goes to your team's consistency. This goes to your team having roles, right? So Scottie Pippen could develop in that role. Horace Grant could develop. Bill Cartwright could come in, right, as a free agent and have a role, play a part on the team. Or excuse me, they traded for Bill Cartwright. They traded Charles Oakley for Bill Cartwright. Excuse me, guys. Against Michael Jordan's wishes. Michael Jordan wanted Oakley. That was his friend. And they traded him away. They didn't care about Michael Jordan's feelings. Did they ask Michael Jordan? No, they traded him away, because they thought that would help the team. Michael Jordan didn't cry and moan about it. He didn't request a trade. What did he do? He said, okay, let's go. We work in practice, and I'm going to work with these guys, and I'm going to push these guys, and I'm going to develop these guys, and we're going to develop our chemistry, our consistency, and we're going to be competitive. And that's what happened, guys. That's literally what happened. They just kept going up. Michael Jordan giving his teammates a role, allowing his teammates to help him. He helped them do that because he understood he wanted to win. LeBron James has not understood 21 years in. He still doesn't get this, that you have to help your teammates help you. The more successful LeBron James' teammates are, the more successful he would be, right? But he couldn't do it. So he loses in 2007 because even though Drew Gooden and guys like Zydrunas Ilgauskas, these guys stepped up and they did a great defensive job collectively on Tim Duncan, what happened? LeBron James couldn't hold up his end of the bargain. So he dropped down, scored less points, couldn't make any shots, shot 35%, turned the ball over at a high volume. 28 turnovers in 4 games, guys. That's damn near, what is that? Almost 7 turnovers a game? Come on, man. More turnovers than his entire teammates combined. All of his teammates combined, LeBron had more turnovers than all of them. So once again, you did not raise your level of play and help your teammates. But then what do they say? Oh, LeBron James carried bums there. He carried bums. Think about that. Carried bums, but then in the finals, he was too young. So he carried them there. He wasn't too young to get there. But then when he went to the finals and played against an actual team, a good team, got swept, he had bums. No, LeBron James played bad. This wasn't like LeBron James had a great series and they got swept. He played terrible. Terrible. Same things in 2011. Did he help Dwayne Wade help him? No, he didn't. He left Dwayne Wade out there. He left Chris Bosh out there. He didn't get Zydrunas Ilgauskas the championship. So Juice Ilgauskas was on that 2011 roster. And LeBron James calls him a title. Couldn't even get him a ring for Big Z. So LeBron James never gave these guys a consistent role, never pushed them in practice like Michael Jordan did. So this is why these guys are inconsistent at best. So LeBron James is 4-6. His team wins 66 games. Excuse me, guys. Then they win 57 games. If you ever look at their over-under, like coming into the season, they normally, guys, they go under the amount of games that they're expected to win. Go look it up. LeBron James' team expected to win 55 games. They win 52. They're expected to win 58 games. They win 55. Right? They always underachieve. They always win less games. They don't live up to the standard. And why is this? Well, LeBron James is lollygagging out there. He's been load managing over the last 12 seasons. Don't play any defense, so that's why your team is inconsistent, right? They're playing 5-on-4. And on these fast breaks, LeBron James stands on one side. He don't give any effort there. Lollygagging around. So that goes to your team's inconsistent nature, right? You're in and out of the lineup, you're load managing, you're not giving the effort. Once again, you're making all these trades, all these free agents, you're changing up the coaches, you're changing this up. LeBron James' play style is inconsistent, right? I told you at the end of games, sometimes he's passing the ball to these guys, right? He's a pass-first player at the end of games. Sometimes he's taking weird off-balance shots, right? Sometimes he's turning the ball over. He's goofing it up. He's inconsistent. He doesn't know what to do because he never go-to move. So he never knows what to do at the end of these games. He's scared to drive and go to the free throw line at the end of the game, so his mentality changes. And LeBron James never takes accountability. So when we talk about taking the blame, right, and scapegoating your teammates and not giving them a role like Michael Jordan did, you give them blame. This is what we're talking about. Michael Jordan gave them a role. And when things didn't go right, he took the blame. He didn't blame John Paxson. He didn't blame B.J. Armstrong or Steve Kerr. He didn't blame Tony Kukoc or Scottie Pippen, even though he could have blamed him many, many times. Right? He didn't blame Bill Cartwright's slow jump shot and his lack of athleticism. He didn't blame any of these guys. He didn't blame Dennis Rodman for being a head case and always getting in foul trouble and always having these issues. He didn't blame him. He didn't come out in the media and make a big scene. He didn't point the finger at those guys. He didn't blame Scott Burrell or Ron Harper for being injured or not being a good shooter. He didn't blame these guys. What'd he do? He gave them a role. So as long as they did their jobs in that role, everything else didn't matter. It didn't matter. You do your job well because you're prepared in practice. This is why Michael Jordan wrote in them in practice. So that they were prepared in the game. There were no excuses when come game time. You are ready. Michael Jordan had them ready. And they earned it. So once again, when Michael Jordan talks about them celebrating the wins, and I want them to win and be a part of this as well, they can celebrate those championships and know that they did everything and they earned it. They earned their spot on that team, on that championship roster. All those guys, the Bob Hansons, the Craig Hodges, the Cliff Livingstons, the Scott Burrells, the Randy Browns, the guys that you barely ever see, the guys that you barely know, the Bison Dele's, the guys that you forgot about. Right, Bill Wennington, Will Perdue, Stacey King. These guys, they earned those championships. They earned their role, whether they played 2 minutes or 15 minutes. They earned it. Those minutes that they played, they were prepared. They came in and were ready to contribute. Judd Bushler, all these guys. Because Michael Jordan had them prepared in practice. They were ready. There were no shortcuts. There was no lollygagging. That was the standard. That's Michael Jordan, the enforcer of the Bulls. He enforced the standard. He enforced it, guys. Not Phil Jackson. It was Michael Jordan, guys. They were all afraid of Michael Jordan. So, when they talk about LeBron James, his fans, oh, LeBron James is a nice guy. LeBron James is nicer than Michael Jordan. What does that have to do with you being a great teammate? Being a nice guy does not make you a good teammate, guys. And just because you're mean or you're not a nice guy, that doesn't make you a bad teammate. Once again, Michael Jordan held the teammates to a standard. So for me, I would rather play with someone who's going to hold me to a standard, hold me accountable. And when things don't go right, they're going to be the leader and take the accountability, take the blame. They're not going to put it on me in the press. They ain't going to put it on me in the media. He's going to let me know in practice, yo, man, I need you to be better. You guys got to pay attention. That's what Michael Jordan did. LeBron James does the opposite. He don't push his teammates in practice. He doesn't even practice. He picks and chooses when he wants to do things. And then when the game comes and guys are inconsistent or guys make a mistake, whatever the case is, LeBron James immediately lets them know in front of the whole world, you screwed up. Everyone blame that guy. Look what he did to J.R. Smith, guys. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Look how many tantrums he's had on the bench. Look how much he pouts and moans on the bench, guys. This is LeBron James. I'm not getting behind someone like that just because he averages 25 points a game or 27 points a game for his career. I don't give a damn about that stuff. LeBron James fans don't care about anything else but that stuff. So he'll treat his teammates that way, but they'll say he's a nice guy. Nice guy. He's tweeting about them. He's doing his passive aggressiveness. That's not being a nice guy. Once again, not holding your teammate to a standard is not being a nice guy, guys. It's not being a good teammate. Not practicing, not helping your team on defense. That's not being a good teammate. They'll say, oh, LeBron James gets guys paid. Well, Michael Jordan made them winners. Made them winners. And LeBron James, yes, they may have gotten some money. But once again, I told you guys, what are you going to do with the money when you're dead? No one's going to remember how much money you made. They're going to remember the 90s Bulls. They're always going to remember the 90s Bulls. And we're going to remember the guys on those Bulls teams. Why? Because they were champions. They were winners. And they earned the right way. They went about the right way. That's what I'm talking about, guys, a legacy. Money ain't no legacy, man. Tristan Thompson, do you guys remember how much money he's made in his career? Is it relevant? No. It doesn't matter. It don't matter how much money these guys made. Once again, guys, LeBron James is a billionaire, but still asking for respect. Because you can't buy the things that are important, guys, like your legacy. What you leave behind, it ain't money. And LeBron James' legacy is tarnished for someone of his magnitude. This guy's carried himself like a complete goofball, like a clown, and not like a grown man, not like a true professional. And his fans don't hold him to a standard. And LeBron James always gave his teammates blame. So Russell Westbrook will get torn down all season long, even though LeBron James had him come to that team. It was LeBron James that had Russell Westbrook come to the Lakers. And then he'll have Shannon Sharp tear him down all season. All these idiots on their podcast tear down Russell Westbrook in the turnovers all season. His inconsistent play. They won't point the finger at LeBron James, even though he said to keep that same energy. They won't keep the same energy, though, with LeBron James. They won't blame LeBron James, his lack of leadership, his lack of ingratiating a Russell Westbrook, taking the blame and accountability off Russell Westbrook. Nope, never did. He continued to let these guys tear down Russell Westbrook all season long. Death threats. They were death threats against Russell Westbrook, his family, playing with LeBron James. So once again, the complete opposite of Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen never got death threats playing with Michael Jordan. Bill Cartwright, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, anybody get death threats playing with Michael Jordan? No, because Michael Jordan never blamed his teammates right on that stage. LeBron James blames his teammates publicly, so it allows his fans to feel the same way. Oh, look at J.R. Smith, he's a screw-up, man. Screw that guy. Oh, this guy, screw that guy. Look at LeBron James, man. LeBron James never shields these guys from anything. And that was the one thing that Scottie Pippen realized when he took over for the team in 1994. He realized how much Michael Jordan was shielding them from the blame, the accountability, all the questions from the reporters, all the pressure. Michael Jordan took all that. And when it was time to give out the credit to these guys and shout these guys out, Michael Jordan did that. We have the audio of it, guys. We have the video footage of Michael Jordan bigging up Scottie Pippen and all these other guys repeatedly, even though they try to rewrite history now. LeBron James, not so much as Michael Jordan. He's blamed his teammates more. He's pointed at his teammates more. He's pouted on the bench more than he's done anything positive with his teammates. He'll sit off to the side with his arms crossed, his arms folded up, looking off. Disgusting, man. It's not a professional. It's not a grown man. It's no one I'm getting behind. No one I'm going to support. So once again, as you guys know, man, Michael Jordan gave his teammates a role, an actual solid role, a consistent role, and allowed them to be successful in that role. Allowed them to earn it. Give them the confidence that they can do those things consistently on the court when it matters most. Consistently, not perfect. They weren't perfect. They didn't make every shot, grab every rebound, get every loose ball. They did not make any mistakes. But they were consistent, and Michael Jordan could rely on them. And he could rely on them to be consistent because he knew that they were working hard in practice because he was pushing them. He was working. Confidence, guys. That's what role players need. Confidence. How are they going to have confidence if they're always being blamed? They're scared to shoot and miss a shot because they're going to get all the blame. That wasn't Michael Jordan's teammates. So Paxson could make that shot. Steve Kerr could step into that shot. Pippen could play the way he played. Rodman could come in and do the things he did because Michael Jordan ingratiated them and allowed them to do that. And he gave them the confidence, and he believed in them. You guys know the deal, man. Remember, a lot of the guys said, a lot of the coaching staff back in the day said, Michael Jordan saw something in Scottie Pippen that Scottie Pippen did not even see in himself. And that's why he pushed the kid. Remember, it was Scottie Pippen's words that he said himself. When I came to the NBA those first couple of years, I wasn't serious. So once again, he exposed himself when he tries to rewrite history, because he cost Michael Jordan probably a championship or two. But that kind of mentality coming into the NBA, he wasn't working the way that he should have, and he was not prepared the way that he should have. So it took a couple of years for Michael Jordan to mold him and push him to understand and to be focused and to realize what they were going for. You guys know the deal, man. This is the grains of Michael Jordan, the complete polar opposite of LeBron James. Michael Jordan gave his teammates a role, right? He allowed them to be successful in that role. He sacrificed for them to have those roles so they could win. LeBron James refused to sacrifice all these years, has never given his teammates a consistent role, has not helped his teammates help him. And this goes to his inconsistent play, his team's inconsistent play, which goes to his inconsistent finals record, guys. It's not his competition. Oh, LeBron James playing his competition. No. It's LeBron James not leading his team. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.